You shouldn't use another sheet of toilet paper before knowing this. Before you reach for that roll sitting next to you right now, you need to hear what these brands have been hiding. The paper you trust most is touching the most absorbent, most vulnerable skin on your body multiple times every single day. Major toilet paper manufacturers have faced investigations over dioxin contamination linked to their bleaching processes. The Environmental Protection Agency flagged this as a serious concern back in 2018, and these companies kept selling you the same formulas. Today, we're exposing the 7 brands destroying your skin from the inside out, and the 4 safer swaps that can finally give you back control. Number 1. Charmin Ultra Soft, Sheen Ultra Strong. You have probably kept Charmin in your bathroom for 30 years, maybe longer. That soft, pillowy texture felt like a small daily luxury. But what if that softness came at a cost nobody told you about? Charmin uses chlorine bleaching. Processes during manufacturing, and the Environmental Protection Agency identified chlorine bleaching in paper production as a major source of dioxin contamination in their 2018 findings. Dioxins are not just another chemical on a long list of things to worry about. The World Health Organization classified them as highly toxic, bioaccumulative compounds linked to cancer, immune dysfunction, and hormonal disruption in their 2016 dioxin fact sheet. Bioaccumulative means they do not leave your body. They stack. Year after year, bathroom visit after bathroom visit. Think about where this paper goes. The skin around your intimate areas is thin, absorbent, and directly connected to mucosal membranes. This is not like touching paper with your hands. This is repeated contact with tissue designed to absorb. And your skin is not what it was 20 years ago. Menopausal and postmenopausal skin loses thickness, loses moisture, loses barrier protection. It becomes more permeable, more vulnerable. The very changes your body goes through with age make you more susceptible to exactly this kind of low-dose, chronic exposure. Consumer Reports tested toilet paper brands in 2019 and found Charmin to be one of the highest lint-shedding brands on the market. That lint is not just annoying. It is microscopic fiber particles making contact with your most sensitive skin, getting into folds, staying behind. You are not just wiping. You are depositing residue every single time. Charmin never evolved its formula to account for the way aging skin absorbs and reacts differently. It kept the same chlorine bleaching, the same fragrance chemicals, the same aggressive lint shedding, and sold it to you under the same comforting brand name you remembered from decades ago. The formula did not grow up with you. It stayed frozen in time while your body changed, and nobody warned you that what once felt soft might now be working against you. Number 2, Quilted Northern Ultra Plush. There is something almost insulting about the word plush when you understand what is actually in this paper. Quilted Northern markets itself as a premium experience, thick, soft, luxurious. But the Environmental Working Group flagged chlorine-bleached paper products as potential sources of trace dioxin contamination in their 2020 paper product analysis. That plush feeling does not come from purity. It comes from synthetic softening agents and heavy chemical finishing processes designed to trick your fingers into thinking you are holding something gentle. Your skin knows the difference even when your fingers do not. The FDA confirmed in their 2017 consumer guidance that dioxins accumulate in human tissue and persist for years, not weeks, not months, years. Every roll you finish adds to a chemical burden your body is struggling to process. And this is not happening in isolation. You are already exposed to hormone-disrupting chemicals from plastics, cosmetics, cleaning products, food packaging. Your system is already working overtime. Adding another source of chronic exposure through the most intimate contact point on your body is not a neutral choice. It compounds everything else. Quilted Northern never reformulated to address these concerns. the same bleaching processes, the same synthetic additives, the same marketing language aimed at making you feel pampered while delivering chemical residues you never agreed to absorb. Your skin in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s is fundamentally different from the skin you had when you first chose this brand. It is thinner, it heals slower, its barrier function is weaker. This paper was designed for younger skin in a different era and has done nothing to adapt to the needs of the women who have been loyal to it the longest. Number 3, Scott 1000, Scott Rapid Dissolve. Scott built its reputation on practicality. 1,000 sheets per roll. Budget-friendly, no nonsense. But practical does not mean safe. The fiber structure in Scott paper is rough, extremely rough. And what might feel like minor friction to your hand feels very different against delicate, aging, intimate skin. The Journal of Wound, Ostomy and Continence Nursing published research in 2015 showing that rough paper increases micro-tears and irritation, especially in older skin. Micro-tears are not visible. You do not see blood. You do not feel a cut. But they are happening. Tiny disruptions to your skin barrier repeated multiple times every day. The Mayo Clinic's geriatric skin guidelines from 2018 made it clear that aging skin is thinner, weaker, and more vulnerable to mechanical damage. What you could tolerate at 30 causes harm at 60. That rough texture drags across compromised skin, creating friction damage that accumulates over weeks and months. Chronic irritation, inflammatory cycles, increased risk of hemorrhoids, urinary discomfort, bacterial entry points. Scott never softened its formula to account for this reality. It kept the same rough fibers, marketed the same value proposition, and let you believe that economy and safety were the same thing. The rapid dissolve version creates additional problems. Paper that breaks down quickly in water also breaks down during use. Fragments shed, residue remains. Bacterial transfer risk increases because you are not wiping with an intact surface anymore. You are wiping with paper that is already disintegrating against your skin. Every cost saving at the checkout comes back as a cost to your body. Scott saved money on fiber quality and passed the consequences directly to your most sensitive skin without ever warning you that age changes everything about how your body handles rough contact. Number 4. Angel Soft. The name itself is a lie. There is nothing angelic about chlorine bleaching, fragrance additives, and high dust shedding. The Environmental Protection Agency's 2018 Pulp and Paper Dioxin study directly linked chlorine-bleached paper to dioxin residue. Angel Soft uses this process. Every roll carries the potential for trace contamination, and unlike a product you use once and discard, toilet paper makes repeated intimate contact every single day for years, decades, a lifetime. The exposure is not occasional, it is constant. Consumer Reports tested Angel Soft in 2019 and ranked it among the higher lint-producing brands. Those tiny paper particles do not just touch your skin and fall away. They embed in folds. They migrate. They make contact with mucosal tissue. You are literally surrounding yourself in microscopic debris every bathroom visit. For women with compromised immune systems, menopausal hormone fluctuations, or increased skin permeability, this constant particle exposure creates problems that invisible but undeniable. The fragrance additives make everything worse. Fragrance is not a single ingredient. It is a catch-all term that can hide dozens of undisclosed chemicals, many of them known irritants or potential sensitizers. Why does toilet paper need fragrance? It does not, but it helps mask the chemical smell from processing, and it gives you a false sense of freshness that covers what you should actually be noticing. Angel Soft built its brand on softness and innocence while delivering a chemical cocktail to the most vulnerable skin on your body. The formula has not evolved. The marketing has not changed. Only your skin has changed, becoming more vulnerable to exactly the kind of chronic exposure this product delivers. Number 5. Great value. Walmart store brand. When you buy generic, you trade transparency for savings. Great value toilet paper does not come with detailed sourcing information. It does not tell you exactly where the pulp originated, what processes were used, or what chemicals were involved. The Environmental Working Group noted in 2020 that private label paper brands frequently use chlorine bleaching. Without brand reputation to protect, there is less incentive to invest in cleaner processing methods. Cost is king. Your safety is secondary. Reuters published an investigative report in 2019 highlighting quality control variation across global pulp suppliers. When a brand sources from the lowest bidder across multiple regions, consistency becomes impossible. One batch might be relatively clean, the next might carry significantly higher chemical residue. You have no way of knowing. The packaging looks identical, the price stays low. But what is actually in that paper changes from purchase to purchase, and you are trusting your most sensitive skin to a supply chain designed to minimize cost rather than maximize safety. Aging skin cannot afford this uncertainty. When your barrier function is already compromised by hormonal changes, when your tissue is already thinner and more permeable than it was years ago, you need consistency. You need to know exactly what is making contact with your body. Great value cannot provide that assurance. It was never designed to. It was designed to hit a price, point and fill shelf space. The women who rely on it deserve better than being an afterthought in a supply chain optimized for shareholders rather than users. Number 6, Presto, Amazon brand. Amazon built Presto to compete on price and convenience. One click, delivered to your door. But convenience is not safety. Greenpeace rated Amazon's paper supply chain poor for chemical processing transparency in their 2021 tissue scorecard. When a company will not tell you how a product is made, you have to ask what they are hiding. The Natural Resources Defense Council flagged high environmental and chemical risk in low-cost paper pulp production in their 2020 sustainability report. Presto fits this profile exactly. Budget manufacturing, minimal disclosure, maximum uncertainty. You use toilet paper multiple times every single day. This is not a product where occasional exposure is the concern. This is constant, intimate contact with the most absorbent skin on your body. If any product deserves full transparency about processing methods and chemical content, it is this one. Presto provides none of that. No detailed sourcing, no bleaching method disclosure, no fragrance or additive breakdown, just a low price and a familiar Amazon logo designed to make you trust a product you know almost nothing about. The aging body does not handle uncertainty well. When you are already managing hormone fluctuations, skin changes, increased inflammation risk, and decreased barrier function, you need products that reduce your chemical burden rather than add unknown quantities to it. Presto represents a gamble that saves money up front and costs you in ways you cannot measure. If they will not tell you how it is made, what else are they not telling you? Your body deserves answers, not algorithms designed to maximize Amazon's margins. Number 7, generic recycled paper brands. Low cost, no certification. Recycling sounds responsible. It sounds eco-friendly. It sounds like exactly the kind of choice a conscientious person should make. But unregulated recycled paper carries a hidden danger that most people never consider. The Environmental Science and Technology Journal published research in 2011 finding BPA and BPS contamination in recycled paper products. Where does that contamination come from? Thermal receipts. The slick paper used for cash register receipts is coated with BPA. When those receipts get recycled into new paper products without proper processing, the contamination transfers directly to the final product. The American Chemical Society confirmed in 2019 that receipt paper remains a major BPA recycling contaminant source. BPA and BPS are endocrine-disrupting chemicals. They mimic estrogen in your body. For women already navigating the hormonal complexity of perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, adding exogenous estrogen mimics from toilet paper is exactly the wrong move. Your hormone system is not stable. It is fluctuating, adjusting, struggling to find new equilibrium. These chemicals interfere with that process directly. Low-cost recycled brands without proper certification have no obligation to test for or remove these contaminants. They process whatever comes in, turn it into toilet paper, and sell it to you at a discount price that reflects their cutting corners. Your hormone health becomes collateral damage in their cost reduction strategy. Without Forest Stewardship Council certification, without EWG verification, without any third-party oversight, you have no way of knowing what chemical residues are hiding in that recycled fiber. Your body knows, though. It is absorbing those residues every single day, even if you cannot see or feel them. This information is difficult to hear, but knowing the truth gives you something precious, the power to choose differently. I have no affiliation, sponsorship, or partnership with any of the brands I am about to recommend. These suggestions come from research and personal experience, nothing more. If you are finding this valuable, please take a moment to subscribe so more women can learn what these companies do not want them to know. 7th generation unbleached toilet paper. The relief starts here. After everything you just learned, holding a roll of 7th generation feels different. This is 100% recycled paper processed without chlorine bleaching. No fragrance chemicals, no mysterious additives, just paper. Made the way paper should be made. The EWG Verified Product Database includes this brand. Green Seal certification backs it. These are not marketing claims. They are third-party verifications that the product meets strict standards for chemical safety. Your aging skin needs gentleness. It needs products that reduce chemical burden rather than add to it. 7th generation was designed with sensitivity in mind. For women experiencing menopause-related irritation, for anyone who has developed chemical sensitivity over years of cumulative exposure, this paper represents a genuine alternative. It is not perfect. The texture is slightly rougher than the heavily processed mainstream brands, but that roughness comes from the absence of synthetic softening agents, not from poor quality fiber. You are trading artificial smoothness for genuine safety. That trade is worth making. Kaboo tree-free bamboo toilet paper. Bamboo grows differently than trees. It regenerates quickly without replanting, requires minimal processing, and produces naturally soft fiber without heavy chemical intervention. Kaboo harnesses these properties to create toilet paper that is gentle by design rather than through chemical manipulation. No chlorine bleaching, low chemical processing overall. The USDA bio-based certification and Forest Stewardship Council verification provide independent confirmation that this brand meets higher standards than conventional toilet paper. For women who are hormone sensitive, allergy prone, or simply tired of wondering what chemicals are touching their skin, Kaboo offers genuine peace of mind. The honest limitation is cost. This paper is more expensive than the budget brands you may have relied on for years, but that price reflects real differences in sourcing, processing, and safety standards. You are paying for transparency. You are paying for accountability. You are paying for a product designed to work with your body rather than against it. Who gives a crap premium bamboo? This brand built its identity on transparency, chlorine-free processing, no fragrances, clear sourcing information. FSC certification provides third-party verification. Even the packaging is plastic-free, reducing another source of chemical exposure that most brands never consider. Who gives a crap represents a different philosophy of production, one where consumer safety actually matters rather than serving as an afterthought to profit margins. For eco-conscious women who care about both personal health and environmental impact, this brand aligns values with action. The honest limitation is availability. In many regions, this paper is only available online. You cannot pick it up at your local grocery store. That requires planning ahead, ordering in advance, and adjusting shopping habits that may have stayed the same for decades. The adjustment is worth it. Having toilet paper you can actually trust is worth minor inconvenience. Real Bamboo Toilet Paper. Real designed its product specifically for sensitive skin. BPA-free, chlorine-free, hypoallergenic. The EWG Clean product listings include this brand. Dermatologist-tested claims back up the safety positioning. For women experiencing postmenopausal dryness, for anyone with fragile skin that reacts badly to chemical exposure, Real offers targeted relief. This is not generic gentle marketing. This is a product engineered around the specific needs of vulnerable skin. The honest limitation is price. Real costs more than mainstream brands, significantly more in some cases. But the women who need this product most are often the women who have suffered most from years of using products that were never designed for their changing bodies. Investing in genuinely safe toilet paper is investing in daily comfort, reduced irritation, and peace of mind that no budget brand can provide. What to do with this information? Now stop assuming your current toilet paper is safe. Check your bathroom right now. If you see Charmin, Quilted Northern, Scott, Angel Soft, Great Value, Presto, or unverified recycled brands, you have decisions to make. Finish your current roll if you must, but do not buy another one. Replace it with one of the safer alternatives. Read labels. Look for chlorine-free processing. Look for third-party certifications from organizations like the EWG, FSC, or Green Seal. Tell other women in your life what you learned today, your sisters, your friends, your mother, your daughters who are approaching the age when their skin will start changing too. This information stays hidden because companies profit from your ignorance. Break that cycle. Share this knowledge freely. Watch another video on this channel to learn what else these industries are hiding from you. Subscribe so you never miss another warning. Protect your skin. Protect your body. Stay safe.